All right, guys, so like always, it's review time. Bass Jacks Apex LED wireless speaker. Now this one is a little bit more expensive than the usual speakers at Five Below. Let me spin this around. It's actually a $25 speaker. You're probably like, whoa, $25. But remember, they have a section called 10 and Beyond. So I figured I'd pick, keep it recorded. I figured I'd pick this up, do a review on it, and if the speaker is good, actually use it for my game room so I can kind of replace like a dresser or something in here and make it look a lot nicer and more, you know, user friendly when the kids and everybody come over. So with that being said, let's get into this. Let's not waste any more time. So right here, earlier in the video, I said I got it from 10 and Beyond, but it's a section in Five Below the store where they sell more expensive keyboards and different type of things. But though anyway, I already did the honors of cutting the box open, as you see. All right, so we have the stand right here. This is the stand. It is wrapped up, so when you get it, it should be wrapped. I'm going to go ahead and say that if you get one and it's not wrapped, it was probably returned and the person opened it up. So just be aware of that. A lot of times, ooh. Yep, so this goes about 3 feet or so. So that's what they're saying. So here is the, how do you adjust the legs? Is it these guys? Let's see. That's tightening it. All right, pull that back a little bit. I'm gonna hold you. I do not know how to do these legs. There we go. Oh, you pull it down. All right, there we go. You know what's funny? I could probably just read the instructions and figure it out in 2 seconds, but I don't want to. All right, so that's the stand right here. And of course, you could tighten the stand up once you get the height that you want. And then, like I said, the stand's up to close to 3 feet. So I would have to stop it right here and then twist it. As a matter of fact, let's do that now. But this is how high I plan on having it so that I can hook it up. So let me see here. Tighten it up right here. I'll get the bottom one in a little bit once I adjust that. Let's go ahead and do the part that you're here for. And that is basically this guy. Oh, Lord. Anyway, this is the speaker right here. I gotta be honest with you, when I feel the quality, all right, this is the pole at the bottom so you can see, so it doesn't look like you twist the pole in. You just press it in on top of this, you're good to go. You do have your physical, oh, it's only 2 things. There's no buttons. If you look on the back right here, we have the physical power button on and off. Then we have a micro USB in the back. The micro USB? Yep, micro USB in the back. So unfortunately, it does use that old-fashioned cord, but realistically, it's just to charge it. I know a lot of guys are going to just keep it charged in at a particular place in your house. And then you have the front. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on for you. Okay, and the lights come on right here, and it's automatically in sync mode right now. So we're going to go ahead and cut away in a moment. I'm going to go grab the phone, play some music so you guys can hear how good the speaker actually sounds. All right, guys, so where I left off, basically you just twist this guy right here. It just comes right off, as you can see, and it just twists right on top, and it fits right onto this spoke. You don't have to worry about anything else. The stand is, of course, adjustable right here. This tightens the length, the height of it, which is a total of about 3 feet or so. And you can actually spread this out a little bit more than what I did, but that is good enough. And it's very simplistic. There aren't any specialized buttons for this. You have your USB on the back for charging, and then you have your actual power cord right here. So do apologize for the angle. Make sure I got that correctly so you guys can see that. Yeah, I do. Cool. And that is how it is. So in order to sync it, very simple process. You guys, all you have to do is just turn the button on in the back. There you go, and it's synced. Now, what I did do is, of course, it's already connected to, I believe, my wife's phone. Let me double check and make sure. And I'll tell you what it's actually called. This guy, yep, it's called the BT, I don't know if you can see that or not. There we go, BT Apex speaker. That's what it's called. We actually want to unsync it for you. Right here, forget device. All right, so it's unsynced. I'm gonna turn it off. Turn it on. All right, so it's in sync mode right now. I'm gonna let this find it. As you can see, BT Apex speaker, and it is connected that fast. So very, very simplistic and very easy to use. Doesn't really need instructions, if we're being completely honest here. And I think that you guys will love it in terms of the aesthetic and the color. Now, for the next test, I'm gonna be honest with you. The sound is definitely something that needs to be a lot better than what it is. And I'm gonna play some songs just so that you guys can hear it in real time, so you have an idea what it is that I'm talking about. So let me stop the video and go on to the next section. So like I said, we're back again with this section, music test. And then this is what actually matters with this particular speaker. And to be honest with you, I think it's a little lackluster personally, but I'm gonna let you guys hear it. I'm gonna play some music that's YouTube friendly on the phone right here. So I'm using my wife's iPhone. I'm recording on mine, so she doesn't have any music stored on it. So there's that. Otherwise, I will play something that I made. Here we go. Let me skip forward a little bit. It's not bad. Okay, so you can hear it. I'm gonna turn up to the highest. It definitely has decent value. I'm gonna give it that. The problem is, and I'm gonna try to show you this issue. Okay, so it doesn't sound bad right there. But the reason why it doesn't sound bad, because it's playing like that instrumental type music. Though when I'm listening to it in front of me, you can definitely tell that it feels a little foggy, a little heavy, meaning like the quality of the sound is a little bit cloudy, like you're listening to a cheaper speaker. Granted, this guy is $25 from Five Below, and I have had many speakers that actually sound better than this in terms of crisp and sharpness. But I'm going to try to play something else that's more upbeat, so you guys can actually see what it is I'm talking about. Let me see. Hip hop, YouTube, beat, free. I'll type in free. All right, wait for the beat to drop. Yeah, see, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but sorry. All right, there you go. Just get an idea how it just sounds, the bass. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and say about that, I didn't use the best beat selection. Do apologize for that. Normally I have beats already pre-made, so I can blast it and you can hear the production of it. So let me kind of give you an idea of what it is that I'm talking about. See, normally when you have other speakers, and these are my Batman house shorts with my flash socks and my yellow Uggs for $20. And of course my Mario shirt, as you can see. But anyway, some speakers this size, normally you would expect more bass inside of it. The problem with the sound is that, granted, it's not horrible at all. So most people may say, well, Ian, what are you talking about? You're exaggerating. I have one that's good. I'm comparing this at the price of other Five Below products. Remember, I stopped comparing some Five Below products to like Anchor and different ones, only because I already know that they have better speakers inside of them, while these typically don't. They're like the off-brand. It's kind of like I Love Music. If you guys remember FYE, you remember that they used to sell a lot of different type of speakers there, and they were really terrible, for being honest here, but they were still $20, $30, $40 speakers. So this probably would normally cost you about $40 in a regular store if Circuit City or FYE was still open. I think there are some FYEs left, when it closed meeting, as a matter of fact. But when it comes to the bass, let me kind of break it down to make it easier. The bass is muddled. It's like, it sounds muddled and it sounds clicky. Like if you ever used FL Studio and you've a few years back, if you try to make a beat, right, and you don't change the bass comes out as clicks. It doesn't sound as heavy, it's not as solid. So when you play certain rap songs or certain rock songs that require like the bass drum or bass guitar or whatever it is, it just doesn't come off correctly like it would if you were listening to a better headset. Which obviously, like I said, this is a Five Below product. The reason I'm being so harsh on it is because once you get up to that $20, $30 range, you could literally go to Micro Center and buy yourself a subwoofer with the two microphones that hook directly up to a computer or a phone or even Bluetooth for between 20, 25, 30, $40, and that puts you at a different price range. So now we're entering different territory. Personally, I think this is worth $15, but because of the adjustable stand and whatnot, and the aesthetic of the colors, this is why they're pretty much charging more. But if you're a music lover, like I like music, I like a lot of instrumentals. That's what I write to. That's what I listen to when I'm at work. Instrumentals. It keeps me calm at my job when I'm dealing with irate people. I want to make sure that the quality of the speakers that I listen to, especially my earbuds, are, satisfactory. So I do the same thing, obviously, with these types of speakers too. And if you look early in my channel, probably the first year, I did beat pill type Anchor, what's it called? Wireless headsets like this, similar to this one. And the bass was insane. But again, that was an $80, $90 product. So it does make a difference depending on what it is that you buy. Now, what I will say is, again, if you're buying this for someone, and I'm mixing parts up. I already did the music part. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about this speaker is actually worthwhile purchasing. All right, so the short answer to whether this is actually worthwhile purchasing, we put a little bit closer so you guys can see it in the camera, but not too close. There we go. Yes and no. Let me give you the two reasons. Yes being, I like the way the speaker looks. Now, granted, most of my life consists of me sitting down, having headphones on, constantly watching videos on the computer, have an open microphones, things like that, so I don't have to really use these types of speakers if I don't keep many of them. But I love the way it looks. Even though it looks cheap, I still like the aesthetic. It looks nice in a room. When I put it somewhere to the side, it makes it feel more lively, like this is a actual computer room with figurines and different things and technology inside of it. It's a good aesthetic piece. In terms of musical and sound, it's not something that I would just go blasting as my first choice. But what I will say is not everybody is entitled to having high-end stuff. For me, I'm perfectly fine with lower-end headphones. I'm perfectly fine with mid-tier headphones. I'm perfectly fine with high-end headphones. I could use all three as long as they have decent battery life. And again, when I originally did a lot of my reviews, I was basing it on my other experiences of other headsets, not thinking of the consumer sometimes, realizing, hey, look, the consumer just wants something nice. No one said the consumer wants AirPods. No one said the consumer wants Bose. They just might want something that has good bass, good quality that will make it last, where it won't break the bank. And this is good enough, if we're being completely honest here. But like I said, for $25, there are way too many other speakers that I can definitely suggest to you that are going to sound better than this. But realistically, Five Below is the only store that's actually going to have this in stock. See, that's the upside of going into a Five Below. You'll go into the 5 or 10 Beyond section, and then you'll find all different types of things. You got to remember, I did a review on this right here. This is a wireless charger, 3 pads, fast charging and all that. And this was sold, to be honest, I think by mistake, for $5 at Five Below, and I only saw one. I even have a camera, like an actual 360 camera with voice and all that stuff that I got for $15 at Five Below. I only saw it once. I purchased it, didn't review it yet, but I never saw it again at the store. It's one of the reasons why I never bothered pushing the review, because you couldn't find it anywhere. So again, sometimes some things get there. They are definitely getting better products over time, I can say. They're selling guitars and different things and more speakers and headsets and keyboards. And to me, it is good for Five Below to expand what it is that they have, because depending on how well they sell these things, they'll probably get a better grade of product because they realize people actually want it. And I look forward to this type of stuff. I love it. The controllers, different things, is what I live for, right? So anyway, I ranted on long enough. Yes, this is worth $25 if you want to get it for someone else that maybe isn't as privy to having high-end speakers. They don't care. They just want something, instead of playing on their phone speaker, this will work just fine. It'll play fine. It'll blast loud enough where a room of people can hear it, especially kids or adults, young adults. If you're looking for quality of music, then no, this isn't really for you. This is typically like just a cheap speaker. You're mainly just paying for the lights. You're paying for the stand itself. You're paying for the aesthetics and everything else except for the actual sound. The sound is average at best. Like I said, I would have preferred it to be like $15, but it is $25. A little pricey, but I do think whoever you get this for, they will be happy because it'll feel like they have a higher end product that's of better quality. And you know, people's birthdays come up. Why not? But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Like always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.